to speak of right now as we welcome you to CenturyLink Field here in Seattle. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it, this crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Washington Redskins and the Seattle Seahawks. Here's Thomas Rawls with his first carry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. 8 yards on the pickup, and now they'll have some options on second and short. On second down, Rawls. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It'll be a loss of 1, and they're going to have a third down.
We all have habits. We can be somewhat predictable, and you know me pretty well on second down and short. What I like to say?
Play action.
Yeah, without a doubt. I thought that was a great spot to call it. Instead, didn't go their way, did it?
No, defense sold out for the run. Worked out well. A fake to Rawls. Now it's Wilson. Escaping the pressure right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th.
You know, I don't think this is the last time we'll see that in this game. This guy has mobility, and they want to use his legs in the game plan. So there will be designed runs as well as his scrambles.
On is the punter, Ryan, to send this one away. Now it's Crowder. It's a 49-yard punt, but subtract 9 there for the return. And the Redskins will take possession with a 1st and 10. A first carry for Samaje Perine. And some space here. He's at the 50, the 30, past the 20. Touchdown, Washington. A big play there. 77 yards. And the Redskins have taken a first-quarter lead. And those are the highlight reel runs you dream of right there.
When he gets a seam and just gets through it, how about the explosiveness, the burst to get there to begin with, and then once he's in full gallop, good luck trying to track him down.
And those plays so demoralizing for the defense.
Absolutely, because you've done so much work trying to keep people in front of you. When they're past you and behind you, that's a tough one to swallow.
And whistle blown. A timeout here is taken, and it's taken by the kicking team. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Seahawks offense now, they get ready to head back onto the field. And the first drive, 3 and out. Second possession, see if they can get a little momentum.
And oftentimes that first drive is just a feeling out process. You have some plays that you've got called and you want to see how defense reacts. It may not go terrific on the first one. Now they're ready to go. They've kind of got a look at them, got a sense. Let's see if they open things up a little bit.
See if they open things up. Let's see what the defense does here, too, after a good stop. Give them 12 yards on that one. It earns them a fresh set of downs. Now Wilson on first down. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. Really good defensive effort. They were all over that little swing pass out to the right side before lost yardage.
Terrific read, better execution, and done with a lot of enthusiasm, wasn't it?
Absolutely.
They saw it all the way, ran to the football, and caused a nice play for lost yardage.
He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Duke Williams. And he's able to get it back here to the 43-yard line. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Cousins. And this one is incomplete.
Brandon, it looked like he had his hands on it for a moment, but let's face it, that was going to be a tough catch all the way because of the presence of the defense right there as he was trying to haul it in.
Yeah, nice job to force the incompletion. So they're still at the original line of scrimmage here. 2nd down and 10. Crowder in motion here right. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
On 3rd down, Cousins. On the catch, it's Crowder. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. Good defense holds him to only a yard, and it'll be 4th down.
Partner, I think that completion takes the definition of dink and dunk to a different level, doesn't it?
It does, and the defense was right there, kind of played into their hands. So on is Jason Myers. He's hit from as long as 58 in his career. This will be spotted just shy of midfield, a 59-yard attempt. And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
So they tried the 59-yarder and missed it. And now this offense starts just 1 yard shy of midfield. Takes to midfield, but no further. Just a yard there. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Throwing is Wilson. Incomplete.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. So a 3rd and 9, and 6 defensive backs out there in the dime.
Patrolling the passing lanes.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Jude Barima. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
And a great spot to start this drive from here. Cousins gives this to Pirine. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
Not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there for the loss. Cousins now on 2nd down. Gonna let one fly for Robinson. And that is caught one-handed. Oh my, he pulled it in. And that one results in 35 yards.
All right, partner, that's it. That's a video game highlight catch right there. Acrobatic, one hand, come down with the football, Look, if you and I are playing Madden right now, I'm throwing down my control. I'm done. That's it. I can't do this anymore. Yet, we see it happen just about every...
And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. A great effort there with his second touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. And it's good to make it 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. The Seattle now ready to march out of the field. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a first down. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. Here's Wilson. He hits Baldwin right side.
Whoa!
It's still Doug Baldwin. He's at the 30, 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Seattle. Doug Baldwin, 65 yards. And the Seahawks get the quick strike touchdown. They were already down 2 scores early. They needed something to try to stem that tide, and that certainly qualifies. A big play to get them in the end zone.
It qualifies indeed.
Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And here come the Redskins now. They're starting to pull away with this one. Early on that first quarter, they didn't look so great offensively. What has changed?
Sometimes it's just a matter of doing what you plan to do better. Sometimes you just put that all together and you execute. Other times it's just a simple adjustment in your game plan, finding a spot that maybe was a little weaker than maybe you thought, and going to that. So many different things, so many different ways, but right now, you got to like what they're doing. They have put distance between themselves and their opponent.
Looking to add on here in the second quarter. On second down, Cousins again. Caught out left side by Robinson. And a big collision there as he winds up flat on his back. That catch good for only a yard, and it'll be 3rd down. And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to float this one deep right side. So they took a shot there on 3rd down, couldn't get it. Now it's 4th.
One of the toughest things about playing defensive back is pattern reading, trying to figure out what they're doing. And on that one, they had the fly, just sending a guy downfield with the in route accompanying it, what people call a dagger route, trying to hit the guy underneath after the clear out. In this case, though, they're not able to get it done.
Yeah, they said forget the underneath route. They went for the guy on the fly, but as you said, incomplete. That's going to go in the books as a 55-yard punt. Well done. And it'll be Seahawk football, 1st and 10. Throwing now, Wilson on 1st down. No gain on the play there. It'll be 2nd down. Now Wilson on 2nd down. He's going to sling this deep down. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Able to get there and pick it. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Cousins now. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A good pickup there, 8 yards on the first down completion. Second down, Cousins. Out to the left, it's complete to Dykson. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. 12 yards there as they move the chains.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
Here's Pirine, and they'll get him down right around the 16. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
Again, here's Pirine. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Now the 4th-year man from Texas A&M, Christine Michael. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. Christine Michael, a 16-yard touchdown run. And the Redskins are going to add on to their lead. It's good, and it is now 21-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line. The Seattle offense now set to come back out on the field. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack him here. Baldwin with it over the middle. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. Give him 9 there on the first down completion.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
Wilson to give to Rawls. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. They get 6 on the pickup there as the drive will continue.
Exactly what they needed right there because they needed to use the ground game to take some pressure off because the quarterback's been struggling a little bit.
2 minutes to go here in the first half. Back to CenturyLink Field after this. Looking to jam the receivers at the line here. Press coverage look defensively. They'll throw on first down with Wilson. He couldn't quite hold it. Got hit. Ball pops out. Incomplete.
The one thing that I've liked defensively is that they've shown them a lot of different looks here in the first half. They've come after them. They've sat back. I think that's what you need to do to keep an offense guessing.
And they certainly have kept them on their toes. That's why they haven't had much success on the scoreboard. 2nd and 10. It's Wilson again. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks.
I think the best offenses love to get the ball to their running backs in open space because they have the ability to make people miss, and they also have the ability to run over people. And if you do that throughout the game, after a while, they might just run through some of those tackles and go a long way.
Well, we saw him shed a nice tackle on that play. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there on the first down screen play.
For a second there, I thought that might break big. Screen pass, looked like it was coming together, looked like there was an opening. Still, ended up with a solid game.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. It's an 8-yard pickup and leads to a new set of downs.
Even though they gave up more than they wanted to on that play, it actually illustrates how well they bottled him up throughout the game because that was his longest run of this contest.
On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Complete outright to Kurz. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, I know it goes against the instincts of the person catching the ball because all you're ever taught is catch the football, don't drop it.
But drop it there.
Yeah, in that situation, dropping it would have been better. End up losing yardage, even though they completed the pass.
As good as a sack.
Yeah, how about that? Although they won't get the same credit for it, and it won't help them at contract time.
This is Rawls. And he's able to get it to the edge of the red zone at the 20-yard line. 11 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot. From the gun, it's Wilson. Nowhere to turn this time, and he goes down. Sacked back at the 29. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. So now it's the former Redskin, let go by them in 2015, Kai Forbath, on to try the field goal. Spotted at the left hash, this from 45. And his kick is absolutely perfect. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So a field goal here, they're still down, but they put a dent into that lead before the break.
And that's got to feel good because now they've seen that they can put some more points on the board, and that gives them a whole second half to get back to where they want to be, and that's in the lead.
A look at Washington as they come onto the field. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
It's Pirine to begin the drive. Oh, good move. And he's able to plow forward up to about the 29, just shy of the 30. And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. And they're going to go soft on the corners. They'll run again with Pirine. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. All right, hang on here. We'll jump over halftime. Just let the system and graphics catch up. Okay, all set. Third quarter now. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Redskins offense now, they get set to take over here. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for Jamison Crowder there. That'll bring up second down.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Throwing again, Cousins on 2nd and 10. And he whips that one incomplete there.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
The Redskins on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now Cousins. A deep ball for Dotson. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. First down and 10 now for the offensive group. To throw is Cousins. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's 2nd down. Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. That's complete to Robinson. Now Robinson coughs up the football. It's loose. And the defense not able to get it. From a defensive perspective, what's that moment like when you realize the ball is loose?
It is a moment where all concentration goes right to the football. This is something you've talked about in all your preparation for the game. And you probably talked about since training camp. Knock the ball free, take it away from the other team, and now you have that chance. There's a little bit of deflation when they end up recovering it.
They knocked it free, but couldn't take it away. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is. So plenty of leg, but it's the accuracy there that lets him down.
Yeah, he hit it really well. I think this might have been good from 55, but you'll see it just conk off that upright, and they're denied a chance at 3 points.
On 1st down, Wilson. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down.
That's very well timed there defensively because it's not a bad throw, but the collision came at the exact time he was reaching to bring in the football. Really, really well done.
Decent offense, just better defense. I think you're right. 2nd and 10 now, Wilson. Room to run past midfield. Looking for his running back, and he's got him. And he's finally taken down, but not before getting across midfield and across the 45-yard line. And now a 1st down following that long gain. From the shotgun, Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Trent Murphy coming in from his outside linebacker spot. He buries him for a loss of 10 or 11. On 2nd down, here's Wilson. And this is caught by Curse. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It goes as a loss of 6. And now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's third and very long. Out of the gun, here's Wilson. And they can't get the long connection as it falls incomplete.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Oh, he'll field it in the end zone. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And the Washington offense will be backed up to start this drive as they've got it first and 10. The Redskins offense now, they head back onto the field. And last time out, another missed field goal, so maybe their confidence wavering a little bit right now in the kicking game.
And I'm with you on that. I think at this stage, they'd love to not run him back out there in a tough situation. But let's face it, they may have to. So right now, the head coach is talking to the offense coordinator and saying, call this game like we're going to put it in the end zone. Let's try and take the field goal out of it.
Well, they haven't had a whole lot of success in the passing game here. Now, in the second half, he's thinking, I guess maybe just take a shot deep.
I think you're right. Almost looking for a bailout, isn't he? Can my receiver go up and make a big play for me? Can I create a penalty downfield, maybe pick up an interference call and get that yardage downfield? Anything trying to get going again, but you're right. He definitely took a shot. You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
The Redskins on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is third and 10. Here's Cousins. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up fourth down. I don't know. He had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know?
Yeah.
The mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. Returnable for Lockett. Look at the spin.
Balance.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And out will come the offense as they take over. And Seattle now ready to march out of the field. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
I think if they want to start getting back into this game, it behooves them to get better on first down.
Yeah, certainly not what they were looking for there out of the opening play of this drive. 2nd down, 9 yards to go. Here's Wilson to throw. Flush to his right. Now he's going to throw it back deep. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by Duke Williams. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
Okay, it's real simple to say from here, but we know that sometimes as a quarterback, you've got to know when to say when and just throw it away. Flushed out to the right, tries to make something out of nothing here, and he winds up floating one downfield that gets intercepted.
Cousins a handoff. This is Pirine. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs. We've seen him break off a big run already in this game, and for a second, that one looked like it might be another.
Yeah, I think that any defense would say, look, we can't let him get to the second level because sometimes he'll break off the big run on his own, but oftentimes you get additional blocking at the second level, which gets you deeper into the secondary.
And he stopped immediately there. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. So nothing there. I don't know that that's all in the back, though. You got to look at blocking there, don't you?
I would agree with that totally. At some point, they have to win at the point of attack. Instead, it was the defense getting it done again and holding them to no gain.
So 2nd and 10 here. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he gets stopped up at the 31 after a gain of maybe a yard.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
The Redskins on third down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
It's a lot of contact going on there, and in the end, unable to keep 2 hands on the football and bring it into his body.
Everything looked pretty good until the finish. Runs through the contact. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Drops it underneath for Rawls. And he'll be brought down right around the 37. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll make it 2nd down. Back now in Seattle, Washington. Second down and 4. Now Wilson out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. They'll wind up losing 4 yards on the play. And it'll be 3rd down. To throw is Wilson. It's caught on the left side by Kurz. And he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They call it a gain of 19, and it moves the chains. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
First down, this is Rawls. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
On 2nd down, Wilson. He's got his man. It's Kurz. Wilson finding Kurz, and it's a Seattle first down.
I like watching the wide receiver screen because it's a real teamwork play. Because guess what? The guy catching the ball, he'll get all the credit. But how about the people up to block in front of him, either fellow receivers or offensive linemen? That makes that play a really nice timing play, and sometimes it can break big.
A running play for Rawls. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on first down, that fits the bill.
They go again with Rawls. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. We'll give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Now, yes, a 2-possession game, but a good chunk of time on the clock, so they have the ability still there to run it on 2nd and short, but maybe they need to pick it up a bit.
You're right. They did pick up the first down there, but they, as you mentioned, they have to pick up the pace now because it's a 2-possession game. They've got to get there twice to make sure they have a chance to win.
And he'll get them inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. It's a gain of 5, and it'll make it a 2nd down. Completed pass play. Now let's see if they go back to the air or to the ground. Wilson going to give to Rawls. He's going to get 4 out of this as he's down to the 10-yard line.
Can we just take that run and turn it into a kind of a clip and save? Because that tells you everything you need to know about this drive. They've been moving the ball awfully well.
Now it's Wilson. And down he goes. Pressure gets him back at the 14. Matt Ioannidis in there to get him for a loss of 3, and it'll be 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. And Forbath will put this one through, and that'll make this an 8-point game. All right, so you needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal then maybe not exactly what they wanted, but it's a necessary first step.
Still plenty of time remaining, but you could really use a stop defensively after the kickoff, preferably a 3 and out.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Out comes Washington's offense as they get set to take over here. And the last time that they were on the field, a little demoralizing. Missed field goal. You always feel like you want to get it in the end zone, but then, oh, well, at least we're going to get 3. Didn't go through the goalpost, so.
It does test the mental processes of a team, though, doesn't it? Because when you miss a field goal, it's amazing how fast they want to turn on the guy kicking the ball. But you need to keep his confidence up because how many times have we seen games where it comes down to the stretch? And guess what? You need that guy to make the big kick for your team to move on or to win a game. Make sure you keep him happy. Make sure you keep him comfortable.
I'm sure you always treated the kicker nicely, though, right?
You know, truthfully, I did.
Good.
I always did because those guys, they won us a whole lot of games.
So they're leading. They have possession of the football, and certainly this is where they just want to milk the clock. Cousins to Pirine on the draw. And a good pickup there. He gets about 6 up to midfield.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run. Got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters. No reason to lighten up now. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. Possible run anticipation here as the D-line sandwiches together. Now a carry for Pirine. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. So fresh out of the 2-minute warning, and here's another timeout taken with 1:55 remaining. The Redskins on 3rd down. They've had their troubles, just 1 for 6. This is 3rd and 8. Cousins. Caught out left side by Robinson. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Washington. Aldrick Robinson, 53 yards. And the Redskins find a way to stretch their lead. Turning into a really good performance on the road. Week 1, you're just hoping for that first win. It's tough to do it away from home, though, but they're looking strong.
It certainly is. Any road win in the NFL is a great road win. I mean, it just does not matter whether it's supposed to be tough or not. In this particular situation, how great will they feel leaving with a win on the road against a tough opponent?
A little work still to do, though. And the Seahawks get ready to trot out on the field. And last time they got 3 points, but it was a chip shot field goal. And when you go to the sideline after a chip shot field goal, maybe the offense not too happy.
It's a balancing act, isn't it? Because you're exactly right. They're none too pleased that they didn't punch it in for 6 points. But we also have to remember they did put points on the board.
3 points is 3 points.
And in this league, you take points when you can get them. Not easily done. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another example of it there. Again on 2nd and 10, it's Wilson. Flushed out right. Good move at the 30. They find some open field here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. The rushing numbers for Wilson maybe down from earlier in his career, but he's still a threat to go, showing it there, picking up the first down. So after that big play, let's see if they can catch their defense maybe on their heels. Now Wilson on first down. And he's out of bounds as he gets this down to the 45. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means you have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
Wilson. And the catch is made here by Tyler Lockett. 23 yards on the play. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
So after that big gain, let's see what else the offense has up its sleeve. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Terrell McClain in there to drop him as the clock continues to roll. Now Wilson on 2nd down. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives him a new set of downs. They'll throw on 1st down with Wilson. Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out. And unfortunately, he's able to recover himself, but the clock's still rolling here.
Well, that was a big oops right there. But how about his ability to correct it? Loses the football, able to get it back himself.
Yeah, pounced right back on it, keeps possession. A near turnover, but the offense recovers it. Now they'll try to regroup on 2nd. From the gun, it's Wilson. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And they get the football, but not much on the return here as he stopped at the 7-yard line. The interception woes, they just continue to mount. He's thrown 5 picks. At this point, you got to be thinking, is it something between the ears?
I think a confidence hit does occur once you start getting those numbers up there a little bit. But as you and I both know, it's not always just one guy's fault. Maybe somebody ran a wrong pattern. Maybe some balls were tipped. It could be so many different things. Bottom line, though, it comes back to the guy throwing them.
And play is stopped here. Timeout. It's the defense calling the timeout here. That'll be their 3rd and final stoppage here as we step aside. Now Pirine. And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's going to bring up a 3rd and about 7 left. I guess the simple question, why not just take a knee there?
I don't understand either why you would take any sort of a chance. We've seen it happen in the game of football. Doesn't matter whether you've watched high school, college, or the NFL. Some people get a little greedy, try to get that extra running play in, and it can backfire on them.
On the run, this is Michael.